maybe the everything still not better than before, and sometimes I feel not good, but I can't do I can't change anything.
Yeah, I think you cannot change everything in just a little time. You need a lot and longer time to change it. So it means that you haven't read the topic for today?
uh, I think I just read about some
A little.
mm, because there are many new words and I don't understand.
It's not that there's actually a lot of word, but the essay is quite difficult to understand because the topic also is not common. So the topic is not usually talked about, and just few people talk about this, and only sometimes as well. So the topic for today is all about morality. If you just hear the word morality, could you understand it? Or do you need translation or dictionary so that you can fully understand what is the meaning of morality?
I think morality is the way we using when we want to treat it with other people without laws and many society norm. I think so.
If you want to cheat with other people,
Mhm.
you will use morality. Okay. So, in my own knowledge, morality is a set of standards in a society. So, our society would tell us what is wrong or what is right. And that is the standard that we people are following. For example, um, it is immoral, okay? It is considered immoral if you got pregnant and you don't have a husband, or even if you have a boyfriend and you're pregnant, but you're not yet married. It is considered immoral in the society. That's, of course, in the Philippine society. But even though it's immoral, it's still happening. Is it the same in Vietnam?
Uh, I'm not sure about that. When I saw some newspaper, they talk about some younger people really want to pregnant, but they don't want to marry.
Mm.
And I think there are some people in my country also like that, but it's not popular. And I think that is for small or little younger people.
Mm. Okay. And also, if you abort a child, that is considered immoral. You know what is abort? If you try to kill your child when you are still pregnant, that's abortion. So, if I may ask you, what are some of the actions that are considered immoral in Vietnam?
Can you
Immoral,
say
it
that again?
means what are some actions that are considered immoral in your country?
Um, I don't know. I'm not sure about that. Immoral, immoral.
Immoral is, of course, the opposite of morality.
Mm. I think when some younger people they who are pregnant, uh, why they really don't want to become a mother, I think they can go to the hospital for handle their problems, and I think that's also the immoral.
Okay, that's my example. Why did you give that as an example? It's my example. Okay, so of course, our society is growing, and today is very modern. And even if you will be pregnant without a husband today, it is accepted. But to older people, it is what we call a taboo, or not allowed, or let's say immoral, or it is not based on morality if we do those things. And some old people still do not want it to happen. And I guess it's the same way with your country, because we are a country which values family. All right, so without further ado, let's go to our essay for today, and I hope you can get some understanding in this essay. So, what did you get as far as your understanding would take you? What did you get from this essay, Cam?
Uh, I just understand about the topic, talk about morality, and there are many ways to help me can understand about physical reality. But with the morality, we don't have any rules for we can measure that. And many people think about morality. That's a thing really different and really hard for we can control, and that's depend on our environment. Especially we affected by our parent, friends, teacher, and of course my laws. Yes, I think I just understand to this paragraph, and the after paragraph I don't understand.
What upstairs?
Later.
Is there a stair? Ah, yes, I think you're correct. So the essay is talking about there is there is always a scientific method to explain everything, but there is no measurement about what is morality, what is wrong and what is right. And the essay said that there is a what we call conscience. Okay, conscience is something that can help us to decide whether something is right or wrong. Okay, but as a person, we are affected or we are influenced by religious beliefs, laws, and social norms, and these things can guide our behavior to do what is right or wrong. But there is no set of standards to say that this thing is moral and this thing is immoral. Maybe it's because also the world is changing, it's becoming more advanced. But it is said here, Cam, that the times seem to get increasingly ambiguous morally, and skepticism about everything is becoming more and more ordinary. So they are saying that today everything is not clear, and people today do not ask or are not curious about anything. If something happened, they just like, okay, accept it. So take for example gays and lesbians. So before, I'm not against gays and lesbians, because I support LGBTQ, and my friends are almost gays. My best friend since elementary, it's a gay. When I was in high school, I have one gay best friend, and when I was in university, I have two gay best friends, so I love gay people. But um, being gay is actually considered as not moral because of religious belief. You know, religious belief like Catholic, right? So in Catholic, they will say that if you're gay or lesbian, you cannot go to heaven. Yes, because God will not accept you. God will not open the door for you if you belong to
mm,
this to this group, like the gays and the lesbian. So yeah, in the Philippines it is considered as immoral because of religious belief. And mind you, before we only know gays and lesbians, but today there's a lot of letters. Do you know the meaning of LGBTQ plus already? So before we only have gays and lesbians, right? And it is considered as not good, or it is considered as a sin, okay, as immoral in the society. How about now that we have a lot of letters like LGBTQIA? Plus, where's the plus? I mean, it's not only lesbians and gays right now, but there's a lot of things like this. And yeah, in I guess in America it's really moral because they even allow marriage with the same gender, but still in the Philippines maybe it's still immoral because marriage with the same gender is not really allowed. How about in your country? Do you think being gays or lesbians, is it immoral? Even though we accept them, but how about the reality in your society?
Actually, I don't understand about the gay or lesbian a lot, but sometimes I saw some songs on the internet to
Mm.
talk about the love of gays or lesbian, and that this trend just appeared in a short time, and I think my society still not accept this problem, and in fact I don't see uh, any couple getting married when they love with the same gender.
Okay. Yes, I guess it's the same with the Philippines, but in many countries it is actually acceptable and it is actually open. So what I'm trying to say is like morality is like beauty, okay? So what is beautiful to you may not be beautiful to me. It means we have different outlook, or we see things in a different level or in a different perspective. I mean, we have different opinions on different things. It's like morality. There is no absolute morality, and it's like what is good to you may not be good to me. What is moral to your country may not be moral to my country. So the essay is right. There is no measurements where we can say that this thing is moral and this thing is immoral. Do you agree with that?
I think so.
Are you okay, Cam?
Oh, I think I'm pretty okay.
Okay. I hope you're absorbing what I'm saying. Okay, Cam. So one simple example of deciding if it's moral or immoral is committing a crime like stealing, killing, right? So would you think that in your own opinion, okay, as a person, not as a country, do you think that being gay or lesbian or being part of LGBTQ is moral?
I think because I don't understand about the gays or lesbian, so I can't to offer my opinion about that, and really difficult for me talk about morality or immoral. I think so.
Do we need to understand gays and lesbians? Sometimes we don't even understand ourselves. So it's more difficult to understand those people who have a different preference towards gender. So I guess for me, if some people or old people are saying that being this kind of people are immoral or not good, I think for me it is not immoral. I think it is moral. So I knew a lot of gays who are very hardworking and they support their families very well. And so I believe that they are still the same with us. They're still human beings. So I guess it's not immoral. How about stealing? Do you believe it's immoral or it's moral?
With some small thing, I think it's not important, but something really valuable. I think that of course immoral.
What do you consider as small things in stealing?
Um, Maybe I think depend on the valuable of the thing. Some people steal from other people. So in my country, that's problem pretty normally. For example, when I take my hat, my helmet in
Mm,
on when I go to the hospital, and I have to put my helmet on my motorbike, and I after that when I come back, I can't see my helmet. Really,
anymore.
really normal
So
in our society.
you think it's not bad. It's just normal.
I think that's the bad problem, but
Mm.
many people can easy to accept that, and they have to more take care, and that's not really related with the moral. I think so.
Mm. Okay. Right. But you have to be mindful that great things starts in small things. So you consider that as small, but it it will affect the entirety of your nation. That's just my belief. How about falling in love with two people? Do you consider that as immoral?
Uh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't have any idea.
My goodness! Why you don't have any idea about it? Okay, so
Uh,
okay.
Sometimes I try to find the answer for the problem when some people they got married, but they still love other people.
Mm,
But uh, I still not find the answer suitable for this problem. So that's why I don't have any idea. And sometimes I listen about I try to ask many other people when they have a many experience or older people, but I think their answer still not suitable for uh, almost the situation in our society. So that's
so
why I must understand about that, and I don't have any idea for this problem.
mm, okay, I got it. Yes. So what I'm trying to say is that when we were young, our parents are try to teach us what is wrong and what is right, and what are the things that we should do, and the things that we should do that is considered good and bad in the society. Okay? So, can you still remember what is something that your parents taught you before that they considered as something immoral or not in the direction of morality in your country, that your parents would always remind you not to do this?
Um, I think when I was a child, my parents not teach me a lot. They just focus on hard working, and I think they just want to teach me about the hard working, and they don't have any. They did not offer to me ideas about morality or immoral. So everything I learned from them just the hardworking, and they really focus on the money.
Okay, I understand that. So in my case also, I grew up with my grandparents' camp, and my parents was not able to teach me what is moral or immoral because they are so busy working in the city, the two of them. So only my grandparents did teach me what's good and what's bad. That's it. So let's go to the first question. Why are moral questions so controversial?
Hmm? Controversial.
Okay, it is causing argument or debates. Maybe some people will say, oh, it's immoral, and some people will say it is moral. Like in today's society, as what we're talking about, being gays and lesbians, some people would say it's okay, and some people would not be okay with that. It is causing an argument or a debate.
I think the question to uh, uh, I think why moral to make people controversial, because we don't have any measure, any rules for can measure the moral. That's why we don't have any. That's why to moral make we are controversial. I think so.
Mm. Okay, and that is based on the essay, I guess so. But actually, in reality, maybe the reason why it is a controversial thing because people have different opinions. As what we've said a while ago, we have different perspective on how we look at things. So maybe this thing is good for you, and it maybe it's not good for me. So sometimes I would say, "Oh my God, I think Cam is too much because he always think about money, 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 and all money." But for you, maybe it's good. It's a good thing to think about that. But maybe I would say it's not good. Okay? So that's just an example of having different perspective or different opinions on things, and maybe that is a problem. Why this moral issue is controversial all the time? Okay, and let's go to the second question. Does there seem to be a clear definition of morality today? What is really morality?
I don't have any answer for this question. Can you tell me?
Okay, Okay, so according to our essay, there is no set of morality. Okay, there is no set of morality. But I remember, when I was young, there is really a set of morality. Okay, when your parents and the old people will tell you, you have to go to church always, because if you don't have a religion, that's in my country. If you don't have
Mm.
a religion, you will, that's immoral, and you should not be pregnant if you're not yet married. You should not live with your boyfriend if you're not yet married. You should not steal, you should not kill, because if you do these things, these are immoral. So according to the dictionaries, moralities or morality means the rules or the right thing to do. So I guess for old people, there is really there is really a measurement, or there is really a set of morality. It is just now that we are becoming modern and the world is changing. We become more open-minded. And that's the reason that there is no clear definition of morality for today. So let's go to number three. Why do some people reject the notion of ethical standards? The question number three is more difficult. Ethical standards also mean the right thing to do.
Mm. Because I don't have time for prepare, so I can't find the answer on our topic for this question. I
Oh
think
my
you.
God! Okay, so we have here, um, I think it's in the last part. Others go even farther, insisting that socially imposed ethics are alien to the liberty of a free individual. It means if you impose, or it means if a country will tell us that this is the right thing to do, or you should do this, you should do that, we don't have freedom anymore. Okay? If people will tell us what to do, that we should do this and we should not do this, it will take away our freedom. We don't have any freedom anymore, and it means we are controlled by this set of moral values. That is according to this essay. And it is said that under this notion, we should all choose for ourselves what behavior is acceptable and honorable, and be accountable only to our own consciences. But instead of having these ethical standards, we should we should choose from ourselves what is wrong or what is right. But in doing so, we should be responsible by the choices that we make. Do you agree? Oh my God. Yes, and one thing for sure, I guess it's, for me, my opinion to this is half and half, because rules and principles and morality also make our society harmonious. Do you believe so?
The
It makes our
can,
society okay. Ethical standards, what is good and what is right, makes our society harmonious, or be at peace, or in good order.
ooh, I'm really sorry. When today, I think I don't have any idea.
You're still drunk, Okay, I will write it
Mm,
so that you can read. Ethical standards make our society be at peace. Where we can say make our society peaceful.
No, of course, I think so because that's the thing to many people in our society accepted. So when we do the same, I think that's make many or almost people in our society happier, and that's why our society more peaceful.
Mm, yes. I guess the topic for today will get interested, Gam. You didn't prepare for it, you will lose its meaning. Okay, so let's go to express yourself. Number one question: is capital punishment moral? Explain your answer. You know what is capital punishment?
No, I don't understand.
Capital punishment
Capital.
means death penalty.
Uh,
Penalty, for example, you commit a crime, you kill someone, and then your sentence will be death. You will be punished.
I think because the moral is the things or is the rules to every people in society accepted. So when we use death penalty with someone, I think that's also um, the way we have to do with them, and of course, every people also accepted that, and I believe it uh, it is moral. I think so.
It's moral. Death penalty is okay.
Yes.
Mm. You have death penalty in Vietnam, right?
Yes, we have also still death penalty with the pri- prisoner.
Mm. Criminals. So how about this, the argument saying that death penalty is not moral because everyone deserves a second chance in life?
Um, I don't think so because the death penalty that is the result of benefit of our society after many years. And when we still keep that, I think almost people in my country also accept that as a good way to treat it with the prisoner really serious. And of course, it maybe with many rich country they think that's so immoral. But when our society still accept, I think it mm, moral.
Okay, so it means that there is really a rule or a policy about morality, according to what you said. Let's go to number two. Is suicide moral? You know what suicide, right? It means you decide to kill yourself.
Mm. Uh, I think the question really difficult.
It is also, this one also is controversial because I guess this last year, or yes, the previous years, there's a lot of suicide. And you know, Japan, right? Japan, Korea, Germany, these are the top three countries that has a lot of suicide. And it happened in the Philippines before that there were many people who committed suicide. And it's very controversial because some people would say that we don't understand how they feel, we should not judge them. But also, religious people would say you should not really commit suicide because if you do, you will not be accepted to heaven. The door to heaven will not be open to you. And there is one thing that you should not do in your life, and that is to commit suicide. You can do anything, but do not commit suicide because it is a mortal sin. It is a big sin or a big mistake. Heavy, heavy mistake. Yeah, so that's the controversy about suicide. How about you? What's your take on that?
The first thing I I think we just live just only a time. So when I hear someone to fight the suicide, I think that's the bad problem when they can easy to be more freedom, but there are many other people without them really painful.
Mm.
And I think the suicide is immoral.
It's immoral. Okay, I'll accept that. It's your opinion. Let's go to number three. Is war immoral?
Um,
A war moral, not
my country, I think there are many wars in my country, and each was also to kill many Vietnamese people. So I think the result of was not um, um, have any meaningful. So that's why we have to kill many people for nothing. And I think the war is immoral.
yes, I guess so. And so the first people who will be affected with war is the kids and women. They're the most vulnerable people in our society. It means that they are the people who will be really affected with the war, especially the war that's going on today in Syria. So many kids died, and they're innocent because they don't know anything. And so, yeah, I guess it is really immoral to kill people with for nothing. So let's go to number four. Is it wrong to steal food if your children are starving?
Um, I think when I don't have enough money to make or to buy food for my kids, I think uh, I think I can steal food from other people for my kids. I think I don't at that time I don't care about moral or immoral. The most important with me is how my kids have to enough food.
Mm. So that time you are guided by your responsibility as a father already. Mm. And that is actually a big controversy before. Maybe I told you about the story of a young boy who maybe the boy is 9 years old and he stole a pack of bread in the store. It's because um, he's hungry and he doesn't have parents anymore and he does not have money. So the question to that case is, would you let the child go to jail or free the child? So some people will say we need to put the child into jail because maybe for now that is a small case, but if we do not stop that, if we do not discipline the child, it will be bigger. And sooner, it will not be that crime only. There will be something else after that. So in your case, it doesn't matter anymore.
Yes, I think so because I don't have any choice.
Okay, got it. Let's go to number five. Is a lottery just another form of gambling and therefore immoral? So gambling, like going to casinos, it's
Mm.
considered as immoral, but it's asking here that lottery is just another form. It's just another way of gambling. So do you think it's immoral?
I think when our laws accepted the lottery, I think that's pretty normal and don't do not to related about moral or immoral.
Okay. So, you know what? In the Philippines, there are things like lottery that are not legal in the Philippines and it is operating. And I know that many people and some of the closest people that I know are actually doing it. So, I guess some people do that as a living, as a way to survive every day. And yeah, in my opinion, also, how can you say that it's immoral when it's the only thing that can feed the family? Okay, let's go to number six. In what circumstances would a love affair be acceptable? Love affair, would it be acceptable? I cannot hear you, Cam.
In my country, love affair still not accepted by our society, and of course, that's also the moral immoral.
Hmm, it's immoral. Yeah, maybe you've heard about Muslim people, right? I told you, if you're a Muslim, you can have many wives as long as you can feed all of your kids and all of your wife. So, do you want to be a Muslim, Cam?
No, I don't want to be Muslim because I think the problem is how I can uh, prepare and how I can control many wives. Really difficult.
Okay, let's go to the next question. What responsibility do the rich have to help the poor? Why? Or is there is there a responsibility for rich people to help poor people?
Um, in my opinion, I think because the property in our society also limited. So
Mm.
when you become richer, that's also the mean other people will poor. And when you become richer, I think you should to support for the poor people, because when the poor people better, they will have to more happy, and when every people in our society happier, they we have a we can live in a stable society, and that's really good for weekend business. I think so,
So do
and I
you
don't
give money to the
have
poor?
the moral or immoral. I think so. We should to support other people when we are richer.
So do you support poor people?
Yes, maybe I'm not richer, so I try to support my relationship.
Mm. Okay, that's good. Yes, because I think we talk about change in the world before, right? And then we realized when we matured enough, we said that we should change ourselves. And I think that's the same way with helping. Instead of maybe um, thinking of helping the whole world, we should think of helping our immediate family or our family first. Because maybe if the members of our family will be good, so it will not be bad to our society as well. So we have to help first our inner circle. Inner circle, it means the people that are close to us or we know.
Mm.
Okay, let's go to the next question. Is euthanasia moral? Do you know what is euthanasia?
No.
Euthanasia is when you are sick. Okay? You are sick, you are terminally ill, and
Mm.
you decide to be dead so that your loved ones will not have difficulty or
I
you will
think
not
that's,
spend a lot of
yes, I
money.
think that is moral because and in my case, if one day I was the same situation, I just to ask my wife or my doctor to uh, formify the death really peaceful. I think that is moral.
Mm. But is it moral in your country? Is it acceptable in your country?
In my country, it's not popular, and when the people really closer to die, their relationship really want to keep they still alive, although they really a problem. But I think in the future, the uh, euthanasia that is popular for the death easier. I think so.
Okay, I got it. Yes, I guess so. If you love a person, you will really do everything just to keep the person alive. And that's, I guess, is kind of moral. Let's go to number nine. Is assisted suicide moral? When we say assisted suicide, the person wants to die and you
Mm.
help the person die.
Yes, I agree. That is a moral.
It's moral.
Mm.
Oh, why do you think so? If you help the person to die, you buy the rope. You buy the rope for the person and
Oh,
you buy
no,
the gun.
um,
Oh my
mm,
God. Just an example come, okay? It's very bad to think about it in the mind. It's very bad to think about it, to imagine, but just an example when someone approach you, someone come to you like your friend, one of your friends, and will tell you, "Come, I really want to give up. I want to die. Can you help me? Can you buy a gun for me so that I can use it to kill myself?"
mm.
Would you
Okay.
agree to buy the gun?
No, I never agree, and I think I have some wrong with the question. Okay, I think that's immoral. I think so.
Okay. Okay, I got it. Let's go to number 10. Should victimless crimes like prostitution be tolerated, especially if the practitioners are licensed and medically inspected? Do you know what's prostitution?
No, can you explain, help me?
Really?
Mm.
Just kidding. Prostitution is selling your body so that you can get money. It's either you're a man or a woman. If you sell your body to someone
Mm.
so that you can earn money, it's like a living.
Mm. In my country, some Vietnamese people also to go to China for
Mm.
sell some uh, part of their body for the.
No, it's not selling your organs, like selling your heart, like that, or your liver, kidney. Prostitution is related to sexual action.
Hmm, I still not understand.
Google Translate. Prostitution is you sell your body to other people. You offer services such as um, physical affection or sexual interaction so that you can earn money. That is prostitution.
Prostitution. The meaning is the when I need money, I can sell uh, mm, a part or some parts of my body for other people.
No. Okay. So it's like that you go to a bar and you can see women
Mm,
and some men will come and get them and they will spend time together or
mm.
sometimes they will go somewhere but the man will pay for the women's service.
Oh,
Do you
uh,
understand?
okay, okay, I can understand the meaning. So I think in this
Selling.
situation, that's pretty normal when a person really need money and another person really want to receive some service of other people. So I think that's is the normal selling.
So this prostitution is normal to you? Just a question, Cam. I've never heard that there is a prostitution in Vietnam.
Mhm.
Do you know that in many countries, I think almost all countries, prostitution is illegal?
In my country, prostitution